Welcome to Route 8, man.
right
Let's
on.
tap in with T-Vix and Miss Dean, man. We got the legend. We got the legendary. Oh, man, Mac Moore from the Bay representing. Oh, my goodness.
What's happening?
Oh, man. Hey, man, you like an automatic weapon on that mic, man. They say you like a Uzi.
Thank you, brother.
You not even street legal with that mic, boy.
Thank you,
Oh,
man. Thank
goodness.
you. That mean a lot. That mean a lot, man. That mean a lot. I've been doing it for a while. You feel me?
Man, you've been doing your thing, man. You raised us, man. You know, you done raised the generation, man. The first thing I want to say is, man, this show right here, we bringing all the talent all from all around the world to Route 8, man. We from the Midwest. So, man, we got Mac Moore today, man. Mac Moore, I just want to say this to you personally. For me, this, man, you was a monster on that mic, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got that voice.
Thank you.
And the storytelling is crazy. And yeah, I mean, you know, you tell them stories, man. But and one thing,
like you feel like you get ready for bedtime.
But the one thing I want to say is, man, you give up the game, bro. I mean, you give up the game. Like when you get a Mac Moore tape, yeah, it might be some street in there. We're gonna get some street for sure. But you giving us both sides up.
Yeah, man, no doubt. That's something I pride myself on because, you know what I mean, I feel like a person is not just one thing, you know what I mean? A lot of people try to just portray an image of just one thing, like I'm a deep boy, I'm a killer, I'm a square, I'm a whatever, but I feel like a person, you know what I mean? A complete person is many things, you feel me? I know cats that get down will still love their mama. I know cats that, you know, got to do what they got to do in the streets, but, you know, they still about that black power, you feel me? So a person is complex.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying a person is complex, and you know, as me being an artist, I try to just, you know what I mean, portray that in all, you know, all facets of life in my music.
Do you feel like the majority of your fans respect you for that? Can they relate to that more, or is it somewhat confusing? Because you know, like the big labels and stuff, they like to put artists in a box. You know
I mean, I got fans from like all walks of life, though. You feel me? From all walks of life, and I feel like everybody, it's something in there for everybody. You know what I mean? I've been independent for a long time. You feel me? I had a little, you know what I mean, run-ins with the majors, and I do see how, you know what I mean, they definitely try to put you in a box, and they basically don't even look for talent. They just look for the last thing that was hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, my career has been grown like organically. You know what I mean? It's been, you know what I mean? Shake a hand, meet a friend. You know what I mean? Get down there in the streets with the people. What's up, baby?
And I mean, you ain't making it hard because you got some good products. Like my husband said,
Thank you.
You can rap. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Man, good dope sell itself. You feel me?
Exactly.
For real.
You ain't stepped on it. You ain't tap danced on it. So.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That, you know, that get right got me through. You know what I mean? That get right. I try to tell you, Bobby, to take a look at his life. But you give us so much game. You teaching. You really a hood teacher. You know what I mean? With that.
I mean, because I got the game. I got the game for my people. You feel me? Yeah. So it's just like I was a young cat who listened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, you know what I mean? That's why I'm from the Bay, man. I'm from where, you know, man, we got the Ward brothers who was like the real Max, and we also got the Black Panthers, you know what I mean? So we gonna, you know, stand on our game and spit it, you know what I mean? That's what, to me, that's the type of dude I wanted to be growing up. You feel me? Couldn't be the toughest, couldn't be the wildest, you know what I mean? But you can be the smartest, though. And that dude who the smartest, you know what I mean? He might not be the richest, but he can get the money from the rich man. You know what I mean? He might not be a killer, but he can have somebody get their head bust. You feel me? Just to be smart.
Right.
Facts. And speaking of, so you say you've been rapping for a while. You've been doing your thing.
Yeah, I've been rapping.
So let's date it. Did you start 1992, if I'm not mistaken?
I mean, I've been rapping ever since I was like, you know what I mean, 8 years old. You feel me? I've been loving hip hop. I've been loving hip hop and everything. And when I was young, you know what I mean, I used to have a stuttering problem. And the only time that I didn't stutter is when I rapped and when I cussed. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? Just through rap, that helped me, you know what I mean? Just work through my stuttering problem and stuff like that. So I loved it.
I ain't trying to be funny, but did you is that true, or was you just telling your mama that so you ain't get your butt whooped?
No, that was really true. That was really true.
Mama,
that was really true.
Because it helped me.
Man, that was really true because it was like, you know what I mean? It was like just, you know, I used to, man, just freeze up. You feel me? It was very, very bad, you know? But
was it more like a
through
nervous
hip-hop,
thing?
yeah, just having so much in my mind, and my brain was moving too fast with my mouth. You feel me? That's what I say. But it's crazy because, you know what I mean, for the last, a long time, man, I've been making my living through my mouthpiece. You feel me? But
that's a blessing. That's a blessing.
So when I was 15, that's when I started working on a legal business. That was my first record. You know what I mean? Kyrie found me in '92, and I started working on my record, man, when I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. That's dope.
That's crazy. Dope. So that was your first album you put out, right?
And that record
yeah.
That record sold over 200,000 copies.
Over 200,000. The record should be, man, more than gold now. You feel me? But
and that's independent, right?
Independently, independently. With Young Black Brother Records. You feel me? Shout out to Kyrie.
Shout out to y'all for doing such an amazing job. I mean, to be able to do that independently speaks for itself. Okay, so speaking of that, so you said you was very young when you pushed out your first album. Do you feel like so basically you were in what, high school?
Yeah, I was in high school. I started working on it in the 10th grade. I used to cut school to go to the studio and stuff like that, and it dropped when I was in the 11th grade. Yeah.
You was bad. You was the one in the neighborhood. They was like, boy, get your buddy, go back to school.
Yeah. I mean, I knew what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I was blessed to know what I wanted to do at an early age. You know what I mean? Right. So it was just like, this is what I had to do. Plus at that age, I was in a lot of trouble. You feel me? Like my life could go in any direction. You know what I mean? Right. And hip hop saved my life. You feel me? For real. So if I had to cut some school, you know what I mean? I had to cut some school. You feel me?
And I asked that question about high school because do you feel like that helped your career being so young? Because when you in high school, you still networking, you still communicating. It's a place you can go where people somewhat know you. As we get older,
for us though. Yeah, for us, it was a little different, though, because our high school was like, to me, to get to high school, not only was I going to school, but that's where you start to, like, you know what I mean? You start to find your enemies, your ops. You know what I mean? So I'm going to school. I'm thinking I'm in the game now. I'm finna make me a name. You feel me? Straight up. Motherfuckers finna know who I am. Mac Ball from the Crest side. You feel me? Oh, them the boys? All right. So, we had a lot of that going on, but it was just like one thing my mother did. My mother was like, check this out. My mother is a very humble person. You know what I mean? We come from Louisiana, and, so she very, is a simple lady. You feel me? And she didn't know much about the entertainment, you know what I mean, stuff. So she was like, very weary of that. She was like, man, the only thing I know about, in the industry is that people go broke and people, OD and get high. I don't want none of that for you. But I was like, Mom, you got to do this. So she said, we made a deal that if I get into hip hop, you know what I mean, that I'm gonna have to complete school and I'm gonna have to get good grades. So that's what I did. Yeah.
That's what's up. And so it was like your sport. So, a lot of people get into football, basketball. Hip hop was like a sport for you. So shouts out to that. I love how you speak so positive about it. And I know you got a question, but I love that you speak so positive about it because a lot of people, they don't have that respect for hip hop, and they be deep in the game and they still can't. A lot of times the rap game has turned them more negative and put a negative outlook on it for them.
See, people, it's a difference between like a rapper and an MC. I'm an MC at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I have one time in my life have done each one of the elements, the 4 elements of hip hop. You feel me? I done break dance, I done graffiti. You know what I mean? Tried to DJ, and I'm an MC. You feel me? Yeah. And it was like, a lot of cats ain't hip to that because now it's more about, you know what I mean, your swag than your spit. You feel me? But me, man, I come from a long tradition of not only Max, but like real MCs. You know what I mean? And those are the people who I look up to. You feel me? Like I just left Houston. And Scarface, you know what I mean? The brother Scarface came to my show, you know what I mean? And that's somebody who, as a little kid, you know what I mean? I'm in the car just like, man, just mesmerized on this spit. So to not only, you know what I mean, have him being my peer, but just, you know what I mean, a brother too is a blessing, you know what I mean? And Tupac and all the people who I looked up to, I have been able to connect with, and they respect my pen. You feel me?
And that's what I wanted to get to. In 1994, Tupac directed the Ghetto Theory.
Ghetto Thing.
Ghetto Thing. That was your first. Yeah. That was your first single. I mean, how was that working with Tupac? Like, how can we get a Tupac story? Can we get Tupac the friend, not the rapper, for you?
Man, that was my big brother, man. Not only him, though, but his mother, Afeni Shakur, rest in peace. Tupac, rest in peace. His whole family, man, from his sister to just the whole Outlaws, the whole thug life, man. They kind of took me up under their wing as a little kid. I actually met Tupac at E40 Video for Practice Looking Hard. And my cousin Shonda, you know what I mean, was the one who took me there. And so I'm sitting in the back. I'm like, you know, I'm Mac Mall, but I ain't Mac Mall yet. You feel me? So I'm just really playing my part, just watching the video and shit like that. And all of a sudden, a white limo pull up, and man, Pac hop out. Pac wearing a Orlando Magic basketball jersey and shit. And I'm just looking at him like, man, you know what I mean? And where I come from, you know what I mean? First impressions is a motherfucker. You feel me? The way that you cut into a person mean a lot. If you come by me and you introduce yourself and I just deem you to be corny, you're corny forever.
Facts.
You feel me? Yeah. So I had to make sure. That when I pop my peas, when I hollered at him, that it had to be genuine and real. So I came up to him. I didn't even expect him to know me. I'm like, hey man, check this out, man. How you doing? My name is Mac Maul, man. I'm from the crest side of Vallejo. I got a record out right now. It's called Illegal Business. Boom, boom. And I'm going into my pedigree. He looked at me and like, oh, you Mac Maul? Man, I'm listening to your shit in the limo right now, man. Oh my God, I like this song. That's so I'm sitting there in amazement and I'm like, damn, you feel me? And he like, man, so who your manager? And at the time, my manager is my, you know what I mean, my big sister, Layla Steinberg. I'm like, Layla Steinberg. He like, man, what? Layla was my manager. I'm like, word? He like, yeah. So we had a lot of stuff in common. And he told me, he was like, Marv, I'm gonna hook up with you. I'm gonna come to your office. You feel me? I'm gonna come to Young Black Brother office. I was like, word. At the time, I kind of thought it was one of those let's do lunch things. Yeah. You feel me? But it was way more realer. And like, man, he came to the office and he was like, man, we gonna do a video. We gonna do a ghetto theme video. Yeah. He wrote that, he directed it, he got the crew, and he did it for free. You feel me? So yeah, that shit was like a big thing. You know what I mean? Pac, if it was one thing I want to say about Tupac, man, if it was one word, it'd be Pac was loving. He loved his people. You know what I mean? And he wanted to show us all that, you know what I mean, this business is, you know, the good and the bad. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, he did that for me.
So how did it affect you, you know, so young in the game, friends with Tupac, then losing Tupac?
I mean, man, bro, at the time, truly, man, that I thought he was invincible, brother. You feel me?
We all
like did. I thought he was gonna live. Yeah. I thought he was gonna live. You know what I mean? It was like, you know, I couldn't believe it. You feel me? I couldn't believe it. And when it happened, you know, when he actually died, it was just like, it was sad because I knew like such a big piece. You feel me? Of hip hop, of not only my heart. I knew that so many other people felt the way that I felt. You know what I mean? Felt the pain, and it was like, you know, I had phones where I kept his messages in there when you know, because you would call Pac and he would call you like 3 days later. You feel me? But he would always call. You know what I mean? And he'd be somewhere doing something fantastic. And you know, and I kept a lot of the messages and everything, but it, you know, it was a big piece out of me, and you know, it kind of it definitely affected me, you know what I mean? But you know, it also, you know, put a battery in my back.
Right.
And unfortunately, you have experienced some death with friends. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Mac Dre, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
In Kansas City. I was in Kansas City with Mac Dre.
Can you tell us a little bit about your relationship with Mac Dre, and then kind of how that death also affected you?
Mac Dre is from the Country Club Crest Side. That's my big cutty. That's my cutty. You know what I mean? Okay. I made my first demo with Mac Dre. You know what I mean? That's my namesake. I'm a third generation Mac. The first being the Mac Michael Robinson, may he rest in peace. The second being Mac Dre, may he rest in peace. And then there's me. You feel me? That's my namesake. You know what I mean? And that's my big cutty. You know, he from the Romper Room. I'm from the Strictly Cess. It's like, you know, like levels, you know what I mean? We like the younger version of the rock, you feel me? And it was just, you know, our whole life, man. You know, dude was my hero. You feel me? Somebody who I always looked up to, you know what I mean? He was the biggest rapper You feel me? To me, you know what I mean? He was something that you know, when they went to the when he got set up by the feds and he went to jail, you know what I mean? It was put on my back. The turf was put on my back, and I had to represent. You know what I mean? And if you listen to Illegal Business, I said his name probably more than I said my own name. You feel me?
Yeah. And at what age was this? How old were you when you felt like you had to carry the weight on your back?
Oh, this was 17.
Ooh.
This was 17.
Do you feel like that made you feel like you had to like grow up a little too early?
Man,
or, like,
I had to grow up
early?
Yeah. I had to grow up fast, man. You know what I mean? Being a young dude, you know what I mean? In a position, doing my own thing. I'm in high school. I got a record. I'm still in the streets. I'm still from somewhere. You feel me? So, you know, man, I had grown men. You know what I mean? I wanted to, like, you know, get my family in a better position. You feel me? But I had grown men want me to buy kilos of dope. You feel me? And I had to really stand on it like, man, I'm doing what's right for me. You feel me? And to be an individual, that's a lonely road. You know what I mean? It's only for a certain type motherfucker to be an individual. The sheep go with the pack. You feel me? But
and we can tell though, and I think that's why your success will continue on as it's been doing as you push for it. Because the one thing you said from the beginning is you've always stood on who you is, and that's why it's easy for you to put it out in your music who you are.
Yeah,
you know
man.
You don't care. You stand on who you are. So we respect that.
It was a lot of adversity, you know what I mean? But I believe that the way that you overcome adversity determines your character. You feel me? Straight to motherfucking up. But yeah, you know, Dre, you know, being out there, you feel me? We had just finished the US Open record. You know what I mean? And I had just started touring with Pharrell, you know what I mean, again. And you know, we was going everywhere, and I was seeing how, you know, he was changing the world. You know what I mean? And we was going to these states, and I'm seeing these people dressing like us, talking like us, doing what we do. You feel me? It was crazy. And I'm like, man, Cuddy, I understand it now. Because at first I really didn't understand it, because he doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? We Cuddies, but we on, you know, cats be on different pages. Everybody in the hood don't do the same thing. Cat be over here, like over here. You feel me? So when I really got with him and we did the record, and the record was just so beautiful and dope, and it was just like effortlessly the way we completed it. You know, when we started touring, I started seeing like, bruh, this is you know, you on to something. You feel me? And you know, to be out there when he was killed, you know what I mean, and having to stay out there and just the whole shit, it was deep. It was definitely deep, and it was one of those things like you just don't believe it. You don't believe it. And but you know what I mean, man, like I say, the way you come out, the things that you do or the way you overcome adversity determines your character. And the way that we did that is our character showed you that we started Thea's Nation and had one of the biggest independent labels in the game. You feel me? In the name of Mac Dre.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope. And then earlier you also said how you kind of ran and met Tupac, right? You said from E40. Now E40 is actually, y'all share the same bloodline. That's your cousin.
Yeah, right? yeah. That's my big cousin. That's my big cousin. Our family, you know, come from.
It kind of seems to me. Yeah. So it kind of seems to me like, I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Do you feel like, I know, because and now listening to your story saying like, music saved your life, music helped you as a kid stay on track. And then you also had family that was invested in this business as well. Do you feel like you were somewhat set up, like, to do music?
No, not at all. Not at all. Me and 40, like, is from different sides of Vallejo. Okay. You feel me? Opposing sides of Vallejo. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm from the Crest and they from the hillside, and them sides don't get along. Never have. You feel me? So it wasn't like we was by each other like that.
You didn't get the silver spoon at all. You didn't get the silver.
Nah. I had to get it, and even with Mac Dre, you know what I mean? Right when I was supposed to be the first artist on Romp Records, but right when I was finish my demo, the feds came in. You know what I mean? And got the Romp. You feel me? So it was like, you know what I mean? Everything that I achieved, you know what I mean? I had to go the long way. I mean, to some it might be the short way, but for me, it was the long way.
No, I mean, honestly, to each his own, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because you've held it down. You know, you've held it down.
So speaking of 40,
but me and 40 is good money. You know what I mean? That's my big cousin. You know what I mean? I love and respect him.
Right.
Do he ever try to play the big cuz role with you? Like, hey, look,
always,
I'm big cuz.
Always. Him, Sugar T, like always, man. Sugar T used to spend a lot of time with my family, you feel me? Because she was the girl. They got a lot of boys. We got a lot of girls in my family. So she used to come. she used to come over, and ever since I was little, man, she used to like, you know, take time to fuck with me. You feel me?
Wow.
We just talked to Sugar T yesterday.
You know what's so funny? We got a song out with Sugar T. We actually went to Vegas and shot a video with Sugar T. Shouts out to Sugar T.
Yeah, that's Big Cousin, man. Big Cousin. You twist my ear, all type of shit.
Was she bossy as a kid?
She was very bossy. That's what I'm talking about. She used to pick on me. She used to pick on me, man. For real. Yeah.
I had to ask. I love her to death. I just see she's
still
such
bossy.
a boss. I had to ask.
Mm-hmm. For real, still bossy.
We got to get through some of your hits, man. Like Get Right. First, I want to go to Get Right. It's one of my favorite songs. It's like it's still hit to this day. How was it like recording Get Right?
Now, Get Right, what year was that? When did he put that out?
See, I'm bad with years. You feel me? I'm bad with years. But I know the special thing about Get Right is that I got with my cousin LaVitty. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And LaVitty, you know what I mean? His voice, he's like our Nate Dogg. You know what I mean?
Is. So wait. LaVitty's so the man singing on the track is your cousin?
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's LaVitty from the clique.
From a family of talent.
Yeah, that's my cousin.
LaVitty done did his thing too. He did One Love.
Man, look. Come on, man. LaVitty is the sound. LaVitty is the sound. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real. Hold on right quick. Yeah, though, Vitty, man. So to get with Vitty, that was just dope. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we know his voice from like a lot of the dope click stuff. You feel me? Yeah. You know, Be About Your Paper. Just a lot of the hits, you know what I mean? So it was special just to get with him and to lay a track and to make it be so like monumental, you know what I mean? Because at the time, you know, and even now, that's how, you know, Cass was moving, you feel me? For real. Yeah.
So that we got that one. The other one I love is Straight Lace. Got the game from the get-go.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't ask about that song, but that song right there, man.
Yeah. Every record is just like it's like a yearbook, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like it's what I was doing at that time, how I was thinking, what I was living like, you know what I mean? Positive or negative, it's all out there. You could that's definitely a in-depth look into my life.
And that's the beauty about your music. It's more of a time capsule. Like it's not just music. It's like a series of events that took place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell through your music.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That Straight Lace is crazy. I mean, get go. I mean, and we from here, from Ohio. So I'm up here, and I could be Mac Mall on a Tuesday and don't nobody know it. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the lunchroom, Straight Lace got the game for the get-go. They love it. I got it. See mine now. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Razor Blade. I remember I came to Ohio, man. It was a rainy day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was a rainy day, man, and me and Ray Love copped some weed from this lady named Razor Blade, man. So shout out to Razor Blade.
Yeah.
You feel me? For real.
I know we ain't got palm trees in here. You know, we ain't got all that. You know,
especially if we come at the wrong time. But and I know people ask you about this one. Friend of Foe, 8-Ball MJG, U40.
Oh, man.
Come on now. I ain't gonna lie, that might be the most lyrical song ever put out.
Yeah, that's
Tony Draper. Amazing. I remember that trip. Tony Draper bought us 10-pound lobsters.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he bought us 10-pound lobsters.
He gave y'all some inspiration, huh? That's some inspiration.
Yeah, man. It was dope.
I mean, for some 10-pound lobsters.
I'm a big fan of Big Mike. You know what I mean? Hold on, right quick. I gotta sing "Happy Birthday." Happy birthday to you.
We got Mac Mall singing "Happy birthday to
Jasmine." Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
We got a little party in the back.
You gotta tell him happy birthday from Tapping with T-Rex and Miss Dean on Round.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah, man. Yeah, though, man. I'm sorry about that. But
you good. It's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, 8-Ball and MJG, man. Them was my brothers, you know what I mean? And Tony Draper, you know what I mean, was the first young black millionaire that I ever met. You know what I mean? He made such an impact on me. You know what I mean? So it was an honor and a pleasure, you feel me, to do that song.
And that song was crazy. I mean, it was like it was always like a hip hop battle. It was all love, but it was like everybody's verse was crazy.
Had to be, man. Yeah. I'm in there, you know what I mean, with my, with hip hop heroes. You feel me? So I had to do my thing. Crazy? Just like on Dustin and Disgusted.
Tupac gave me. Dustin and Disgusted.
Tupac. I came to the studio that day because back, I was doing a promo run, and basically in those days, whenever Tupac called you, you came. You dropped whatever you was doing, and you came. You feel me? Because you knew that he was gonna be doing the most. So he called me to the studio, and I came, and it was like a whole room full of smoke. I come up in there and I see Spice One, who I knew since I was like probably 13, and I see like, Mike Mosley, 40, Pac, and everything, and I think Rich. So all of a sudden Tupac asked me, "Hey, Mar, you want to rap on these 8 bars?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You want to take my bars?" And I was like, "Yeah," you feel me? And,
right, of course.
I knew, I only had 8 bars, but I had to make the most of them. You feel me?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's dope.
Dustin and Disgusted let off some drama in LA. They said, because they say E40, let's let off some 203s on the other side of the town.
No, that was us. Like I had problems.
Okay.
You feel me? Because it was just like, like I say, they are from a different side of town than me. Yeah. So my cuddies was just like, man, what is you doing? But they didn't care that 40 was my cousin. You know what I mean? And they didn't care that Tupac gave me them bars. But I'm like, dude, what was I supposed to do? Like this was an opportunity, and I got to get down. You know what I mean? For real.
That's so crazy.
That's a crazy position for you.
Like that is crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Now that you said that, because you're still fairly young at this time too.
Yeah.
And to have to make these type of decisions, like to think of to think of something that's bigger than the moment or bigger than your circumstances, and to think on that level is crazy. Because most people can't even tap into the business world and understand that that's a real opportunity.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like something that I had to do, you feel me? And like it was just something that I had to stand on, you know what I mean? But I definitely had to answer for it, you feel me? And motherfucker, like let a motherfucker know my position, you feel me?
Yeah. On a more in-depth level though, what were some of the things, like how was they attacking you? Like, were you getting attacked to a degree? Were you getting judged?
Nah. I wasn't like physically getting attacked.
No,
but it was
not
just
physically,
like, you know what I mean? Man, if it was an issue where I had to get down, I had to fight some fools, you feel me? Might have to, do my thing or whatever, but it was something just like, man, I love hip hop, man. I love hip hop, and this is what I was born to do. You know what I mean? So it was just like, bro, ain't nobody gonna take me off my path, man. You feel me? Ain't nobody gonna take me off my path, and that's what I was on. You feel me? For real.
Personally, I feel like The Untouchable is a classic album. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you're not really a real rapper till you make a classic album. So you made a classic album. You know what I'm saying? You was with Reality Records, I believe.
Yeah. Relativity.
Relativity. Okay. And they was
the same label as A-Ball and MJG, as Fat Joe,
right?
As a couple.
They was under the Sony umbrella, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
you say what?
A major.
Yeah. I was on a major. I was on a major.
So cool. What's the difference to you between the major and the independent? Because you have success on both.
Money. The majors have the all right, the majors have the, you know what I mean, the wallet to basically to do whatever, but you know what I mean, just because you had the money don't mean you had a vision. When you independent, all you got is vision. You feel me? So you got to do a lot of things. You know what I mean? It's a lot more footwork. You feel me? But for me, independent was the way. You know what I mean? The majors was good, but it was just like they don't really have a vision. They have the wallet.
Right.
Mm-hmm. No, I do feel that though.
What was more?
Nobody thinks about it from that perspective. Because you think once you sign to a major, all your problems poof be gone.
Right.
Hell no.
A new set of problems. You feel what I'm saying?
So, a whole different set.
Financially, was the majors better for you or the independent game?
I mean, independent for me because it was like after I left the major, that's when I became an owner. You know what I mean? That's when I started to own my shit and own my masters. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know?
And you from the Bay, and Bay artists, y'all got a big market out there. So independent, you can sell easy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the thing is we already did the footwork. You feel me?
Yeah.
We did the footwork on the legal business. So it's like we had our audience, you know what I mean? And then being with the major just made it a little bit better. You know what I mean? So it was just like when I got back independent and dropped Immaculate, it was just the crowd was already there. You feel me? We just had to post up.
And we didn't really talk about this. Like even when you dropped Untouchable, we didn't really talk about how it was number 35 on the Billboard Top 200 and then number 6 on Top Hip on R&B and hip hop.
Yes.
I mean, shouts out to you for doing that. Shouts out.
Yeah, no doubt. Respect.
That's you. That ain't a feature. That's you.
Shouts out.
Nah, please believe it, man. Please believe it.
Shouts out to you for that, for sure.
Now,
big respect.
Yeah, that was dope. That's why it was a classic record. It was a classic. And we still listen to Get Right to this day, man. We was on a party bus. You know what I'm saying? 15 girls, they want to play the Get Right. Boom.
Hello.
To
That's magic.
Yeah.
That's magic.
I'm a wife, but look, I'm one of them girls.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right. That's what they want. They want to get right. So what's the difference? Now we know you got a book out.
Yeah, man, I got a book out right now. I'm a self-published author. It's called My Opinion. You feel me? It's on Amazon. You can check that out. I also got, I got a clothing line. You feel me? I'm rock with DirtyDollar.com. Check it out. This is some of the stuff.
That's the name of your clothing brand? You rocking your clothing brand?
Dirty Dollar. It's my business partner I'm doing the collab with. I got a Mac Mall line, with the Mac Mall merch and the definition line, the Cuddy shirts and all that. So definitely check that out. You feel me? And I'm working on part 2 of the book, which is Tears or Die right now.
Okay. And what are do you have any other music projects that you're pushing out right now?
Oh, yeah. Right now, I'm finna drop the Mac Mall Doobie Sugar Wolf Pimp record. You know what I mean? It's a collab record. Oh, baby, it's a collab record. We finna drop, you know what I mean? So that's the next thing that's finna be smoking.
Okay.
You feel me?
I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to grab it. I gotta
no doubt. Also, I got a single out right now that's finna drop with Yuck Mouth and Be Legit.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. It's called Round Table. It's dope.
Do just shot the video. They still got it. They still got it.
Man, come on, man. We just like I say.
I want to work with Be Legit. Okay, so I'm just asking. When I get that studio.
We just had a show. Me, Be Legit, Yuck Mouth, and Spice One in Houston. That was off the hook.
Oh man, shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to Be Legit.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. That's why I brought the book. What's the difference process of writing an album versus writing a book?
I mean, writing a book is more, you got to be more secluded, and it's more of a just one-on-one type thing. With music, you got producers, engineers, and this one and that one, homies in the studio. When you're writing a book, it's just you.
I feel that.
So that's good. The book is doing good. I seen you on Sway in the morning with the book.
Just pushing.
I seen you reading parts of the book. The book was deep. It was nice. You got hip hop stories on it. Can you give us one story out of the book?
Some insight. Just to make the listener's mouth drool a little bit. Give us something to make us drool about.
It's a lot of it's a lot of stories up in there. You know what I mean? I tell the I don't know. It's so many. Like I can talk about the time, you know what I mean, that I watched Mac Dre perform at the
So wait. The last question that we ended on, we want to make sure he answered that one though, at least.
Okay.
What was that? What was the last question that we asked? Was it about the book? Oh, yes. Some insight on the book, bro.
Yeah, I was saying how just writing is such different from creating a record because, like I say, it's more of a personal thing, you know what I mean? And for me, it was actually like therapy because the thing that made me write the book is that I got in a bad car accident and my friend actually died in my arms. You feel me? And rest in peace, Kato. And so I was so messed up mentally. Bias got me in this position. All the stuff that I've been through, what got me in this position. And my mother taught me how to read when I was 5 years old. You feel me? I used to get my butt whooped over Billy Goat Gruff. You feel me? So I always loved the written word. You know what I mean? So when I was, you know, all banged up, I just started writing. I started writing from the beginning of my life into that moment. And you know, and through that book, you know, it was just like real therapy, man. And I was able to, you know, exercise my demons, man.
Yeah, so man, how can the people follow you on social media?
Oh, all my social media is The Real Mac Maw. You know what I mean? The Real Mac Maw. Facebook is Mac Maw Music. You know what I mean? Talk to me, I talk back. You feel me?
Right. And we just want to say, man, thanks for doing our show, man.
Oh, we appreciate you.
You're a legend. You're a legend in this game. If ain't nobody ever told you, you're a legend in this game, man. You made music that we still listening to this day.
Respect.
20, 30 years ago, you a legend. And I don't think that our West Coast artists get celebrated as they should, like these other coasts and these other artists. Man, you a legend, man, and we just want to celebrate you here, man. We love what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. You keep grinding.
Man, for real.
We still listen to this day.
And honestly, when you got some new projects or anything you want to push out, we hope to have you back on the show.
Right.
Man, I definitely will come back. But yeah, everybody check out the gear on www.dirtydollarclothing. Also, man, buy that book right now, Mac Maw, My Opinion, on Amazon. Check me out. Hey, it was an honor and a pleasure to be on this show, and I definitely will be back when I got some more shit to drop.
All right.
That's
Mac Maw, y'all.
Stay blessed, y'all.
Stay blessed.
All right, Mac Maw.